reporting successful jump procedure.
Roger that. Begin field-based setup.
Rift jump successful.
Hey, back again.
Sensors online, weapons activated. We're ready to go.
Riftbreaker Novak, please report.
Houston, this is Ashley. Reporting rift jump successful.
Roger that. Begin field-based setup.
Ashley, construct a headquarters building to secure our presence here. It will allow me to reconstruct if my armor is destroyed.
We don't have enough carbonium to build an HQ. Let's scout for a deposit and set up our base close to it. We need to move quick. It's probably a matter of time before the natives spot us.
There we go. See, we're learning.
Okay, move on to the deposit and start drilling.
There we go. All the things that we are now learning. Didn't before. What a terrible start. Terrible start to the streams, but at least, you know, we're back on track now. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, this is by Ferox Studios.
Finally. Let's place it close to a carbonium deposit. This will help us speed up resource production.
Ah, that's why it wasn't letting me do before. Interesting, okay. So I actually did press that. I wonder why I was having such trouble. Ah, and then we use the old right stick to aim where we want it to go.
HQ construction in progress.
Wow.
Sometimes I
Very
wish
simple.
fast forward this part of the simulation.
Not simple, but just
Captain
interesting.
Novak, let me remind you that even though this is a simulated training exercise, you are expected to perform as if it was your real mission on Galatea 37.
We need to expand the base.
Wow.
Let's build a carbonium factory to do the digging for us.
Yes, we've got much more interesting things to do. Let's automate this.
Interesting. So you're sort of building on the top down. To explain what's going on right now, you're controlling this sort of mech suit with an automated ability to create things in the surrounding area. Now you're balancing, obviously, like most.
Right now, we can only construct some basic power plants. Wind turbines and carbonium power plants.
Wind turbines are less effective, but they work around the clock. Carbonium power plants are very effective, but they use up the deposits that they are placed on.
In the beginning, it's best to use a combination of these power sources. We can balance energy peaks and shortages by storing excess energy in energy storages. Also,
Okay, so in order to speed up your
to the power grid using energy connectors. They connect all buildings within their area of operation, even if power lines are not visible. Ashley, remember to connect all buildings to the power grid. Energy connectors distribute power to all buildings within their operating radius.
Oh. Okay, so as I was saying, yes, everything here is handled on the right stick, which is fun, very interesting. So that will automate our production. Okay, so yes, everything is automated on the Y button. That will control your building. Your right stick and your right stick and your left stick control movement and aiming. Right trigger, left trigger control your left and right weapon, which is unique and interesting. Unique and interesting.
Not enough carbonium. Ashley, I'm detecting a lot of movement to the west. We should build up a defensive perimeter around the base.
Let's set up some walls and sentinel towers. Focus our defenses on the western direction. They never changed the beginning of this exercise.
Captain Novak, we all know your renowned scientific background, but your combat performance in the previous simulation was far from spectacular.
Slaughtering indigenous creatures was never my area of expertise.
Oh, I'm liking this character more and more.
Yeah,
Your buildings taking care of their placement is controlled by the right stick, similar to the way you would aim, which is nice. Gives you that same sort of 360-degree sense of control. You can then rotate with your right and left stick in order to kind of build up your base the way that you would want. Oh, I've got to build some walls and towers. Interesting. Alright, well, this is also kind of turning into that tower defense style game. I imagine this will all come together one day very easily, but this is a little difficult to begin with. There we go. With a day-night cycle as well, obviously you're worrying about significantly more in the way of threats now. Threats that you wouldn't have otherwise have been worried about before. Let's see. Wow, this is not easy. Alright. Now we'll go back to mining some interesting. So as of layers of interactivity, it's a lot of fun. Obviously you have the game world itself, which like in something like Age of Empires, the resources are depleting around you as you're actually using them up, which is nice. You've got a main character here who's not a fan of slaughtering indigenous life, and also at the same time represents, desolation. The first thing we did when we landed on this planet was mine for carbonium ore. Probably not a great sign. Let's see what we've got. Okay. There we go. Obviously, the closer you are, it becomes a little. I would say it becomes a little easier to. Becomes a little easier to manage. It's all controlled on the right stick. Very interesting. So sort of once you place that first line, all the control for your wall is then levied on the right stick. So what I was doing there, moving around, wasn't actually helping me to build them or whatsoever. So, hey. Little tips. Anything helpful that I can do to make your first experience of Riftbreaker a little easier. So yes, the issue was that maybe I just wasn't seeing it. The build menu was located off of the Y button. So when you first start, don't get shaken up if you can't find how to build your buildings. Okay. We don't have any income of plant biomass. That would be useful.
Not enough carbonium.
Oh. In order to produce more carbonium, obviously, it's going to take more power, more drilling machines. So we're already playing that fun skip rope game that we play with any sort of survival real-time strategy game here, where we're trying to figure out what's the most important resource at any one time. Immediately, I know I'll have made the wrong decision. Inevitably. There we go. Hopefully these things will go into overtime production, maybe. Oh. What do you know? They do. Hey. Look at me. Call me. Call me. Mr. Good Ideas. Alright. So now that we've got this taken care of, I think we can go back to finishing our quest. I imagine it'll teach us the basics of combat and then send us out on our own against a horde. And we can get back to kind of what we were already doing, now that we know what we're doing here.
I don't have enough AI cores to support any more defensive towers. You will need to construct additional AI hubs to expand our defenses. Remember to build more power plants before you do that. AI hubs consume a lot of energy.
Oh, okay, so in order to create turrets that think and do things for themselves, we have to have an AI hub. Clever, clever. Unlike in, say, Warhammer Dawn of War, where you had to have the requisite build shop available ahead of time if you wanted to do something along those lines. Okay. Oh, we need more power. Okay. Curious, what is the output on one of these? I'm worried that we're going to run out of carbonium at this point. Yeah, but hey, that's just me. I think I worry too much about everything. Oh, we should probably get some power storage in here. And here we have been running around without one of these things for way too long. This is a lot of fun. This has now become something a little more understandable now that I was worried about how we were going to sort of connect all the power together. Clearly there was night before it, but I don't think I was really focused on it at that point, just kind of rolling with the punches and achieving the objectives as they've been listed. Wow. Yeah, this is great. You know, I try to espouse something a little more interesting when I write and when I talk, but this really does kind of bring that early tower defense ideals to mind, but also at the same time taking it in a completely different direction. You've got your tower defense style in here. You have these, obviously, the survival based mechanics.
Give us a bit of security, but we should try to surround our entire base with walls and defensive towers.
Don't need to tell me twice. That was probably not what we wanted, but you know what? We'll take it. So we only have one opening there. If you were like me and you played a lot of if you played a lot of Age of Empires when you were young, you ended up just building these massive cities that really served no purpose at all defensively or from a military point of view. I was stuck in build mode. Oh, the woes and
I'm not
foolishness of
detecting
me.
any more hostile creatures in the base's vicinity.
But there is one.
Well done, Captain Novak. The purpose of this training exercise is to prepare you for intense combat situations. This simulation is based on our long-distance scans of Galatea 37. They may or may not be accurate. You will be alone out there. There will be no communication back home until you can stabilize a rift portal back to Earth. You will have to rely only on your skills and your mecha suit.
Mr. Riggs is the only companion that I need. We can handle the unknown. Just let us do our job.
Glowing praise. Interesting. No, I'm a huge fan of this character. You know, I've always been a huge fan of strong female protagonists in gaming. Stunning if you go back and look at it. Go and watch if you can. I know the audio is drastic, but the
You
dreamscape.
can build more defenses, or go out and clear out hostile creatures' nests to prevent further attacks.
Interesting.
any
And
time
I'll
to
also point
study
out
the
this is
creatures
all
that are
just
attacking us.
the intro
The
as
only
well,
thing we
right?
can do right now is to fight them or strengthen
Yeah,
our defenses.
wow.
We'll need a steel factory to build more towers. We'll have to find an ore deposit to build one.
Excellent. So, oh, this is very, very cheeky. Very much like the Age of Empires 2 mechanic of going and building a castle right by your enemy's base. We've now got a massive amount of this spare power storage. Nothing to do with it. So, let's make sure and protect our friends here. Obviously, it's an important part. It's wonderful as well, you know, in a pinch you can always use this. I imagine that if you're kind of rushing an enemy base, if you were to play this game in the long term, or, you know, in a pinch on higher difficulties, you'd be able to sort of pull out what you need out of the earth and then build something beside you in order to pull out a wind. That would be a very, very interesting late game mechanic that, again, I really haven't seen for quite a while. Maybe I just have been away from my real-time strategies, but there is something about this. It has taken me in a manner that I haven't really thought about for a while. It's sort of bringing back those old memories of playing on the PlayStation 2, a game that apparently nobody else has ever played, but which I thought was near and dear to my heart. That old Goblin Commander title, but. Ironium, okay. Let's go on the hunt for Ironium. I like the concept as well of they've obviously maybe not perfectly, but they've had a really good crack at trying to explain where all these things come from. They pop out in tiny self-replicating pieces from your suit. Very fun, very fun. I'm actually, you know, just kind of went, well, I don't know, what do you want to do? Go with it, roll with it, have some fun. And any title that has fun with its own mechanics is good with me. And again, I think what people forgot about during COVID-19, obviously, was that a lot of things that came out were on proof of concept, right? A lot of smaller studios were trying to prove they could produce, say, full-length titles, but then you also got, you know, a lot of larger studios making do with less. I think Immortals Phoenix Rising is a great game, but some of the manner in which it was not necessarily produced, but, you know, set to a live service engine. Obviously, we could argue until Kingdom Come about whether or not a live service model will ever be right in the current climate of marketplace, but you know, it raises the point that if there had been more voices of dissent in the room at the time, would that have continued to be an issue? Interesting. Okay.
Not enough ironium.
Oh, that was what we were on the hunt for. I like it when a game reminds you. Sometimes subtly, sometimes It's a bit of a visual
I
image
strongly
that
advise you
sort
to
of.
construct an armory. It will allow us to craft new weapons and upgrades, and also manufacture field repair kits, as well as other usable items.
And it will
Right,
produce
bases
more
under attack.
ammunition for your guns. Yes, that is an important building.
Oh, you hold on and it fires a series of rockets. That is very cool. Yeah, getting a growing sense of suspicion that we may not be the good guys here. Yeah, especially given the effects on the populace that we were having, shall we say. Alright.
This looks like a large deposit of ore. Build a steel factory in this area, and power it with a carbonium power plant.
Build a steel factory right in the midst of this place where it seems that they were nesting. Great. Great, great. I feel really good about that. Okay. Those little flashing nodules, a common mechanic used in any kind of strategy game, but very nice, kind of guiding you towards what you need to be doing in a pleasant manner, without obviously forcing you. Well, that one was a little more obvious.
Okay, Mr. Riggs, we've got steel production up and running.
Ashley, I would strongly advise you to place a rift portal near this factory. This way, we can quickly get back to this location if it comes under threat. It would also be advised to place additional sentinel towers to defend this outpost. Remember to connect the towers to the power grid using energy connectors.
I'm curious as to what happens. There's this very cool, I don't know if you guys have been noticing in the background, these sort of carrion beasts. I don't know what purpose they serve, other than obviously stamping on them for research purposes, apparently. But I'm not sure what purpose they serve in the wider scheme of things here. There we go.
Select any of the available rift portals. Teleport to that location.
I see.
Traveling
So
from
as you
is
grow
almost
through.
instant and doesn't consume any resources.
Power storage. Okay. Ah, and your headquarters immediately has a rift naturally attached to it.
Warning.
Interesting.
A new
Clever.
group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Not producing AI cores, are we? Where's that?
Base is under attack.
Ooh, ooh. Get my little clicky thing over there.
Storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Yeah, we do get a very sort of Walker-esque, yeah, Space Marines versus Tyranids battle kind of feeling here.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
I'd rather you didn't, guys. I don't know if anybody played StarCraft. You'd have to drop in the chat and let me know if it's this kind of top-down. I know that that's a real-time strategy game, a real-time strategy game. That's it. I don't know if I can actually say that, but I have a feeling before we go and take on this nest, it might be wise to invest in an armory, but you know what? Actually, we will. We'll do that. That's seems like a reasonable request. Okay, yeah, so as strategy, the strategy game's going on. Let me just explain kind of what's going on. Obviously, I think you guys that have been watching long enough will understand kind of the drill that's going on
Carbonium
here.
storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings. Warning. Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
We really should. Except you've given me all of these other objectives to do right now.
Base is under attack.
Yep.
Armory construction finished. We can now use it to craft new items. It will also automatically manufacture ammunition for my weapons.
Very interesting. I do wonder if you guys play as the other side of these, maybe in a multiplayer mechanic. I haven't had much of a chance to have a look at how the rest of this game plays. I know that it's just sneaky. Can't tell what's what from the enemies now. I can't believe that was the problem this entire time. Not having enough AI cores.
Sentinel towers are ready. They should be able to fend off small groups of attackers.
I'm detecting hostile creatures heading towards our new mining outpost.
They're not going to give us a break, are they?
No, I would imagine not. Also doesn't explain to you that you have landmines apparently on your
Ashley, we've defended
your
the
X's and
mining
your Y's.
but I'm sensing another attack heading towards our headquarters. We should return there quickly.
The HQ has a permanent rift portal. We can rift jump to its location at any moment. Let's go.
Okay, so we have 25 seconds to prep for that. That's fine.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
I have a feeling this is going to be terribly terribly poorly defended. Oh, I don't know if you came here hoping for some high quality stealth or high quality strategy action today.
Build more storage facilities.
But this is maybe not what maybe not what you
Base
were
is
looking
under
for.
attack.
Wow, yeah, definitely a bit of a Zerg rush thing going on here.
There is a breach in our walls.
I'm not surprised. It's about a bajillion aliens there, mate. So definitely a risk from growing too fast and in the wrong manner. Oof.
Air humidity is rising. It's going to rain in a moment. This rain is harmless to our base, but it decreases solar panel efficiency until it stops.
Not enough AI.
Glad I'm not using any
Build
then.
more AI farms. Base is under attack.
The armory doesn't have enough juice. That is a problem.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Oh wow, I guess I have some other options here. Oh, mods down the bottom there.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
That's what I'm intending to do, mate.
This looks like a hive of some sort. Let's look inside to see if it's occupied.
I would imagine yes. And given our woeful interactions so far, Veni Vidi Vici style attack on this planet that's never seen human life before, okay. Let's hope. I've been playing some Destiny 2 earlier on. Let's hope that it does not get to half health and start randomly spawning some new friends.
The rain is over. Turns out that some things are not as different as back on Earth.
There you go. So if you use the right weapon for the job, you get a boost to it. Nice. Just like any other strategy game.
Let's gather all the research samples and rare resources that were in this nest. We can study them later and use them to craft better equipment.
Okay, let's shore up our defenses first. Now that we're not getting attacked, that would be a great start. Okay. as things are coming in now, you're noticing it's becoming easier to use. Easier and easier to use this. It's becoming easier and easier to use this system, yeah. And of course, what with everything being as cheap as it is, there's really no reason for you not to use these connectors everywhere you go.
A new
Also
group
gives
of
you
hostile creatures is coming from a
how to
nearby
get back up.
nest.
That's... Oh, that wasn't what I intended to do at all. Oh well. We'll still get what we need from here.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
I completely forgot that we were under attack from out now. Brilliant. No, this has been fantastically fun. Well, how have we? How for that? Interesting. Yeah, it's been fantastic fun. Yeah, I do enjoy this. It does remind me beautifully of a title I enjoyed when I was younger, which is great, but also at the same time, in and of itself, this is a great title. It's fun. It does kinds of, you get that kind of arc survival, evolved, world exploring aspect of it. Meanwhile, also at the same time,
What's this?
This shouldn't be here. It's an error in the simulation's construct. This environment has been created by combining long-distance quantum scans of Galateo 37 and other known planets that share similar properties. Gathering all of this data has taken many years, and we were only able to scan a small fraction of the planet.
It's enough to know that we can survive there. I can't wait to make the jump. Everything is going to be new there and waiting to be studied and explored.
And waiting to eat us.
Let's not get dramatic, Mr. Riggs. A 5 meters tall mech suit with miniguns and power blades should be enough to fend off a few hungry creatures. There's more than a single species of creatures around this nest. We should be careful.
does this look careful to you, my friend? A 5 foot,
Carbonium storage is full.
5 foot tall mech
We should
suit
construct new storage buildings.
with miniguns? That definitely does not look.
Base is under attack.
Wouldn't be my definition of peaceful and easy. Very cool. So the more armories you have, I'm assuming that's what's renewing your brain jumble. That's what's renewing your armories. I imagine a lot of this this Riftbreaker game will be something similar, like the rinse, lather, repeat.
Creatures around here. They appeared as if all of them were working together against us.
I wonder if that's just a part of
Not
the
rinse, lather,
simulation,
repeat, but
or if
I
the
wonder if it will
Galateo
be
creatures are really
kind of similar to
something that
this,
smart. That would
mirroring,
make studying them much more
destroying
interesting.
nests and kind of the
And much more dangerous.
local life civilization as you
I've
go through
detected
and
an
realize the
unusually
human
large
facts
creature
are
roaming
good.
the nearby area.
Oh, not the...
Sounds
Not
like
the
an
protagonist
interesting
of this
research
case.
specimen. We should go to its location and see what we can learn. It looks like we've cleared them out. Let's hope this will give us some time to build up our base.
I doubt it. It very much does it. Okay. What have we got? Maybe we'll try that. I wonder if there's anything interesting still available for us to craft in. No, I think we're restricted to just obviously the beginning items for now. Yeah, there we go, even though we have the capacity to use them.
I'm detecting a huge swarm of enemy creatures heading towards our base. It's showing up on my seismic detectors. It's much bigger than anything we've seen before.
Right, well,
We
let's
don't
go
have
and
much
take on the
time.
first boss.
We have to set up as many defensive towers as we can. Also remember to build up more walls and lay all the mines that we can.
Ironium storage
There we
is
go.
full. Build more storage facilities.
Okay, so we went back and recovered everything from our, I'm guessing from where we were. Interesting. We have 2 more attacks incoming, but I'm guessing that I shouldn't be particularly worried right now. Seeing as we managed to make such short work of the level boss. So let's head over here quickly, see if we can't intersect them before they get a chance to have a go at our boss and at our boss, at our base, and really ruin our day. Okay, well I guess it's taken takes about an hour to get through this this prologue here, and I've given a bit of an understanding of how Riftbreaker plays if this is the kind of thing you're into. I will say, even if it's not, there are a ton of titles out there, which is what I'm kind of trying to do with this channel as well, is just to show off the good ones, the ones that kind of fly under the radar. There are so many great games on lots of fly under the radar.
I can sense the
Personal
hostile
favourite,
swarm
obviously,
moving closer
Gamepass.
towards our base. This attack is going to be much bigger than anything that we've seen before.
We still have some time,
Probably
Mr.
not
Riggs.
anymore.
We can set up multiple layers of walls around our base and place as many defensive towers as we can. You can also use your drill to excavate additional resources if our factories are producing them too slow.
Captain Novak, you're not the only candidate for the mission to Galatea 37. You'd better up those combat statistics if you want to qualify for that jump. We're investing too many resources into this mission just to send a scientist that's going to be eaten by a pack of angry animals. Show us that you can survive out there.
So, we have obviously a very
Yes, sir.
chauvinistic male
This
figure
creature is extremely
ahead
hostile.
of our
It can be dangerous to our base.
Kill it before it kills us. We'll finish researching it in the lab.
Threat neutralized.
I wonder what made it
standing
so
in the way of
aggressive.
our
Maybe we can
protagonist
learn something
and their
important
future
after
in the
researching
stars.
it in a lab.
Rhodium storage is full. Build wind speed is at an exceptional high. Wind turbine efficiency is at maximum.
Head to the old crafter and see what we can do here. I really thought that there would be something slightly more powerful for the beginning here, but it is. Shotgun. Obviously, the preference here would be to. Yeah, we'll go with the blast. That way, at least in a pinch, we have something different.
Base is under attack.
Oh no. And of course on my screen the Twitch marker is exactly. Exactly in the area of the map that the attack is coming from, so. Very cool, because you have multiple projectiles, it projects multiple things. Also, it looks kind of like the Predator's targeting laser from the movie, which is a nice bit of appreciation.
Wind speed is returning back to typical values. Wind turbine efficiency returning to normal. Warning! The alien swarm is approaching. Shields enabled. Maximizing power output.
This is it, Mr. Riggs. Ready your guns. Let's show them what we can do. Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Base is under attack.
And inevitably I'm in the wrong location. Whew. No rest for the wicked.
Weapon dropped.
There is a breach in our walls. One of our energy connectors has been destroyed. Base is under attack.
Oof.
Tower destroyed. Ashley, we've defeated the first attack wave. Quickly, repair whatever you can. There should be more of them coming.
This attack was a lot stronger. I don't know if we can hold out much longer. Wild animals don't behave like that. They shouldn't act like a sentient army.
You will be going to an alien planet full of unknown life forms. Do not assume that you know what kind of dangers might be lurking there. Your primary objective is to survive. If something is trying to kill you, it doesn't matter if it's sentient or not. Adapt or die.
Warning, more enemies are heading towards our base.
Things are escalating quickly.
Okay.
We have to gear up before the second wave hits our walls.
Well, sorry,
Let's
obviously
show them who they're dealing
I would
with.
like to have been talking a lot more during this the entire time, but this has been an absolute. When you play a strategy game, you don't normally think, kind of adrenaline, heart pounding, but that's exactly what this has been. And I really wish I was a little more prepared for this. Wow. Yeah, it definitely does the tension thing well. That's why they broke the connections. Okay.
Not enough AI cores. Build more AI hubs. Carbonium
Comments?
storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Interesting. Very interesting. Wow, all of these things were incredibly useful a while
Enemies are
back.
heading towards our base. Threat level maximum.
I'm disabling all secondary systems and diverting all power to your guns. It's either us or them. Base is under attack.
Wall destroyed. One of our buildings was being destroyed.
One of our energy connectors has been destroyed.
Tower destroyed.
Weapon dropped. We can try to recover it later.
Well, this is absolutely
Situation critical.
wild.
I'm rerouting all power to life preservation systems.
There's too many of them. We're getting overrun.
We're pulling you out, Captain Novak. You weren't meant to survive this final attack wave. It should serve as a reminder that you should never underestimate the threat that you may be dealing with, even if you think you are in control. Your performance during this training
Oh,
session
that's
was
disappointing.
satisfactory. You can start preparing for the Galaxy of
This
37.
entire time I really thought that was a, well, good rogue pull. Good rogue pull. That was interesting. Okay, so we all saw the intro cutscene a little earlier on. Wow, that was fantastic. You know, after such a heart-pounding first mission, I think we'll try it a little more slowly this time, the way it was supposed to be played. This has been fantastic. It's tense, it's tough. Somehow, I don't know how quite myself, or even if I'm
Rift jump successful.
quite at the right place to
All
explain it, but
systems check.
it has
Gravitational strength 1.05
done something really beautiful where it has combined the stress of a real-time strategy game with different bases being attacked, with swarms coming over.
Sycorax belt. Planet Galatea 37. Ashley.
Sorry, just going to do this and wait for that.
Welcome to
Wait for
Galatea
that little
37,
conversation to
Mr.
go
Reyes.
past.
It's
Yeah,
so
it
beautiful
combines.
here. Virtual simulations on Earth were good, but this is amazing. An alien tropical paradise. And we're the first humans to experience it.
I'm not exactly human. You have a few parts missing as well. And the paradise part is also left to be determined. Remember your training, Ashley. We should
I like
set up a base as soon
the
as
continuation of character. You originally thought that it was going to be this
Just a bit.
difficult to
right.
deal with
There's no going
chauvinistic
home
male
until we can
character.
construct a functioning rift system.
Instead, turned out
Let's
to
start
be
with the basics.
somebody who believes in our Ashley
Construct a headquarters building to secure
thinks
our
that she can do it.
presence here. It will allow me to reconstruct if my armor is destroyed.
Headquarters construction is in progress. This is going to be our main base of operations on Galatea 37, our new home.
We have to protect this building at all costs. You will be teleported here whenever I am critically damaged.
There is no other backup if this
So as we
building is
slowly
destroyed.
just kind of build our
That's basic
Build our
training,
way up.
Mr. Riggs. Let's focus on the less obvious things.
I am required to remind you of basic protocol, even if we've done this before. We need to expand
There you
the
go.
base.
Apologies.
Let's build a carbonium factory
The
to duplicate
the AI
walls.
is very chatty
Yes,
today.
we've got much more interesting things to do. Let's automate this.
Huh, maybe while I finish this off, there we go. Oh, that's why it's so loud. There you go. Yes, so, as I was saying, it combines the beautiful elements of, you know, an Age of Empires, a Dawn of War, or something like that, with some very cool and unique mechanics of its own, you know, fighting for its own spot. It combines tower defense, it's got survival mechanics, it's got bullet hell, it's swarm mechanics, anything you could possibly really think of, I think. This straddles so many genres and in and of itself still manages to come away looking clean.
Ashley, we really need
that's
that
the right term,
carbonium
but-
factory.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Ashley, I'm sure that our presence will not go unnoticed. We should build up our base as quickly as possible.
Standard protocol advises to set up walls and sentinel towers around the base. However, I don't expect as much aggression from the native fauna as in the simulations.
So far, it looks like the long-range quantum scans were very accurate. The local fauna and flora appear almost exactly like during training. Follow the protocol, Ashley.
That does make
The
you wonder,
environment in the
why do they look
simulation was very
exactly
accurate.
like it?
That's true. But the scenario was crafted by Riftbreaker Command. They usually focus on the brute force aspect of these missions.
Do you want to run a brute force check if this is a simulation?
You never give up, do you?
Do you?
Okay, Mr. Stubborn. I guess it won't hurt to set up some solid defenses, just in case.
Thank you,
just in
Captain
case.
Novak.
You're welcome, Mr. Riggs.
Our base will require huge amounts
Lovely.
of power
She has
to
that
operate.
first mate
Right
relationship
now, we
with
can only
her
construct some basic
own power,
plants. Wind
with her own
turbines,
power suit. That's
carbonium
quite
power
cool.
plants.
Oh yes, Mr. Riggs. Of
Wind
course,
turbines
Mr.
are less
Riggs.
effective, but they work around the clock. Carbonium
That's very
power
sweet.
plants are very effective, but they use up the deposits that they are placed on.
In the beginning, it's best to use a combination of these power sources. We can balance energy peaks and shortages by storing excess energy in energy storages. Also, remember to connect all buildings to the power grid using energy connectors. They connect all buildings within their area of operation, even if power lines are not visible.
Trying not to get caught out here and, you know, do all the things necessary all at once so that the connections are done. But yeah, this is it's more than some of its parts, and I think that's the key thing that you really want to see with any game that came out, or that is currently available. Plus, it's there's a lot of really beautiful indie devs on here. There's a lot of big name devs on here as well, but the beauty of Gamepass is that being able to pick it up and put it down immediately afterwards. Not your cup of tea? Okay, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, there's no extra fee for downloading, of course, obviously your internet fees. But yeah, there's no extra fees for downloading any of these titles. You can really just try them out. If it's, give them a go. That's why also I try and make a point of at least. Ooh, another comment going overhead. I do try and make a point of trying to get these last days to play streams, so that if you did need to play any of these titles, at least you have a chance to then, oh yeah, quickly let me hop on and give that a go while for sort of last opportunities, if you've been meaning to play it for a while. Sorry, just trying to get things done.
Ashley, I strongly advise you to construct an armory. It will allow us to craft new weapons and upgrades, and also manufacture field repair kits, as well as other usable items.
And it will produce more ammunition for your guns. Yes, that is an important building.
So I was right. Sorry, I missed that in the previous mission. It does provide more ammunition for the weapons. Wonderful. Very important building. What does it require? Oh yes, we do need the ironium. Ironium. Oh, the ironium. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. So we haven't found any resources yet. We should probably get on that, as I feel that's going to be a key component of this next level here. Oof, we were much stronger in that prologue. Wow. Wow. Oof, just couldn't leave well enough alone, eh? We're looking for resources and instead found a horde nest. That's not great. Ooh. So yes, it would. I think I was mentioning earlier all the wonderful things it combines, but at the same time becomes its own title in and of itself. I would be curious to see if someone was to pick up this kind of a game.
We don't have a lot of defensive structures. Prepare to fight.
I guess you were right about setting up more defenses. We'll have to handle this ourselves. Remember to use repair kits if necessary.
Yep. Oh, the Ironium's so far away. Okay, well, we've got a rift.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
I already thought those were mines, but I guess not. Huh.
Ashley,
Okay.
are you still
Attack
skeptical
down.
about the local creature's level of aggression?
I'm skeptical about the procedures for prepping this planet for colonization. Humanity lost its love for nature after the Yellowstone eruption. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to preserve this ecosystem.
Earth is barely habitable at this point. We have to secure Galatea 37 for colonization and resource extraction as soon as possible. Excessive care about the local environment is unnecessary.
That's not entirely true. Other rift-breaking missions have already secured a number of resource-rich planets for humanity. We're not on the brink of extinction.
Our goals on this mission are clear, and our survival and security is the top priority. Damage to the ecosystem is inevitable. You wanted to come here yourself, and you knew what had to be done. Are you doubting the mission?
I know what
like
has
this.
to be done.
The argument
not the
between
point.
machine and man
Galatea
logic
has to
and
be prepared for
necessity,
colonization. I don't doubt that.
but also
If I
emotional.
didn't come here myself, then someone else would have. I believe that we can do this in a better way. We have to defend ourselves and secure the necessary resources to set up the Rift Station. But we don't have to destroy all the wildlife we encounter. Humanity doesn't need another stripped-down factory world. If we want to progress as a species, then we should study this planet and learn how to blend with the environment and prepare a safe home for humanity.
Hey, she's talking a lot of sense here. Somebody get us one a medal.
It looks like we have the base up and running. If you'd like to construct more advanced buildings, you'll have to...
Honestly though, it sounded pathetic. No, it's true.
This
There's
also emits a lot of high-frequency energy waves.
These creatures are clearly drawn to our energy emissions, so it will be like an alarm bell for them. We should strengthen our defenses before upgrading the HQ.
sounds pathetic. No, we should all be living a little better, but it was crazy. And so, okay, and also using more kind of to people with mania language. But yeah, no, it was wild after coming to North America, realizing that there are so many things that you can't recycle here that you can back home for no real reason. I think that's why part of the reason I've been drawn to, enjoying these rebuild the world titles. I know. There we go, Ironium Factory. Yes, I know. I know we played Before We Leave the other day, which was essentially this before or after the apocalypse happened. Which, yeah, a sad title in and of itself. However, there was also what else did we play? Yeah, Terra Nil, which has come out recently, which is about rebuilding the planet after another human-based mess up has caused us to live underground, trying to then escape the planet, rebuild it at the same time and make it habitable as well. And I think at the end of it you go to space, which is a real sweet sciencey endgame for anybody who's into sort of obviously the ecologically conscious, the green conscious games coming out now. Huge. I think it's big. It's got big potential, and feel good gaming is a place that I think we could get to in the future. I know that using gaming therapy has been floated around the block a couple of times. I have absolutely no problem with if someone was to walk into my office and say, "Hey, I just want to sit down and play a game." I used to play with my brother, my dad, my cousin, my uncle. They're not around anymore. Let's just hang out and chill. See if it helps me to trust you more. Yeah, just little things. I'm always curious about ways forwards. So yeah, definitely, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I think gaming for a positive cause is a beautiful thing, and not necessarily an end goal, but a place that we could actually definitely get to very soon. Okay. There we go. That should increase our intake of and the lack sleep's getting the better of me. Our carbonium ore.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
How does one upgrade the main base? Ah. Interesting. I now understand. Very curious. So that's how you sell, buy new buildings, things like that. Oh, very interesting. So I would wonder if the same must clearly then go if one was to... No? Okay, so there's no second level of upgrade for that yet. Beautiful. What was it they mentioned? I think they said they needed solid material storage. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so key things to remember if you're, if you're skipping to the end of this video here. I'm probably not going to have terribly much longer at this. This has taken my interest entirely. Key things to remember: everything has to be connected by those power lines in the ground. You can use them to mark ways back to your base. Not that you really need them. You have a teleporter back in your main inventory, which is not explained to you. Your Y button builds everything. In order to get started in the game, what you're going to need is some carbonium, which you can then dig out of the ground yourself. By the time you reach 200, you should have enough of an idea of where you want to go about building your base. From that point on, just focus in that area. Sorry, no, don't just focus in that area. Yeah, from that point on. Yeah, from that point on, you know what you know what to do. You've got a vague general idea of what to do next, as you've seen me do here. You go through the tech tree, you get your upgrades. You upgrade your base, and I'm assuming that's yeah, you upgrade your base, and I'm assuming that's how you would have more sort of interesting things in the long run. We do have a lot of power right now. We're about to get even more. So. Alright, and once again we find ourselves doing the power run.
Not enough carbonium.
Okay, well, I guess at least at this point the amount's going up quick enough.
It's getting cloudy. It looks like it's going to rain.
All we want is just to upgrade this base. All we want. It's so easy.
It's raining. It will decrease the output from solar panels until it stops.
Maybe we should have gone on and found more places to...
Build more storage facilities.
Perhaps we maybe should have gone out further and looked for a couple of extra resources, but... First level of the game, take it a little slow. After that, very, very wild intro to this game. I've never had a rogue pool like that in a real-time strategy.
Headquarters upgrade in progress. This will attract a lot of attention.
We should reinforce our defenses as much as we can. Things are going to get very hot very soon.
Well, I appreciate the forewarning, but... Yeah, well, I appreciate the forewarning. I'm not sure getting
I am glad we are back on the same page about
mocked
what we
by
secure
millions
our
of
base.
horrible fanged
We
creatures
can't
from
save this world if we
the
let it
unknowns
kill
of
us.
deep space.
Hey, Mr. Grumpy?
Why do you insist on
It's
calling me
a really
names?
hard...
I hope you're not offended,
gotta-
are you?
No, that would be inefficient.
Come on, Riggs. Let's not be so serious. I had to give you a better name than what they called you.
Rift Jump and Exploration Megasuit Mark IV, Griffin variant. What is wrong with that name?
It's inefficient.
So she calls her partner in crime Riggs. That's brilliant. Interesting things to also note, as we know, I absolutely love little niche things that work really well in games that maybe shouldn't do. If you
Not enough
repave the floor,
carbonium.
yes, probably going to be damaging in the long run to the
I
lower
can
economy
sense the
now,
ground
but-
shaking. I estimate a few thousand creatures running at our base. They are very close. Prepare yourself, Ashley.
We've made all the preparations that we could. Let's go out and meet them.
And of course they're
Not
coming
enough
from this
carbonium.
direction. Which I didn't protect at all.
Base is under attack. Not enough carbonium. An energy connector has been destroyed.
Weapon dropped. We can try to recover it later.
Yes, that we can, my friend.
We should start downloading new blueprints.
Oh wow. We didn't even equip our
So we can construct more advanced buildings and items. Build a communications hub as soon as possible.
Okay, let's remember to build some additional power plants for it. It consumes a lot of energy.
Threat neutralized.
This will buy us some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ update.
Okay, that was where oh, there are still some now. Oh, wow. And again, as now that I've started touching on it, I don't think I'll be able to stop acknowledging it. This is fantastic. I couldn't even see the attacking enemies through the trees there, which is obviously what the opening cutscene in this title alludes to as well. Oh, fantastic, magnificent. Well, as wonderful as it is, and as much as I think I could actually sit here all night and play this, I do have another title for you lovely folks coming up. Moon Glow Bay, which I think I started this as a late night stream, and of course got rather taken with the idea of navigating a far off land and exploring what that might entail for humanity's future. But a really, really interesting title. I have to give it to the developers. And really any of the major developers under the old COVID-19. Just unique, and has paved the way for a new, very beautiful state of the industry.
Increase in wind speed. This may affect our wind turbines.
Wow.
The wind is very slow today. Wind turbine efficiency is not going to be that great.
Interesting.
Base is under attack.
You would have to... Oh. So you would actually have to... Interesting. So you'd actually have to walk through the foliage in order to get through some of these secret areas. That's so curious. And of course, if you have a sword at the time, you're more obligated to you're obviously more obligated, and you have a significantly easier time getting through the foliage to explore what might be on the other side. Whoa, we're completely out of ammo.
Build more storage facilities.
Okay, wow. Well,
Wind is picking up again.
a load of beautiful ambient mechanics really coming together here in a lovely manner.
Weapon dropped.
And I think that will leave us to the end of this. Beautiful, beautiful. Obviously, the tied around the acquisition of resources, and I think as time goes on, it faces the same conundrum that a lot of the Age of the Empire titles did as well. How do you continue to draw from a world with finite resources? So you need to sort of self-sufficient resources, plant mass, biomass, but that only tides you over for so long because it takes a larger area, which hilariously is scientifically accurate. Large swaths of the Amazon rainforest taken over and cut down year on year to provide arable farmland. But neither here nor there, if the farming land is used correctly and with an ecological purpose in mind, then you could cultivate hypothetically a bunch of the most notoriously rare plants known to man that live in the Amazon rainforest, some that are completely uncharted. Anyway, there you go. just goes to show the length that playing video games can force you to deal with issues from the real world that you may say, quote unquote, the real world, the life in which we live that you may not have otherwise thought of. Anyway, beautiful title here, lots of fun to play. Do give it a go, as it's one of the last days on Gamepass from me, Ashley, and Riggs here. It's been a charm. Stay safe, everybody, and stay tuned if you want to see me on Globe A. Thank you for sticking with me.